everyone. We are going to talk about mindful eating. What exactly is mindful eating, right? We are bombarded with so many different diets, like, paleo diet, dash diet, that diet. I mean, it's like, what the heck I should do to eat or to keep myself healthy. And then there is an intuitive dieting. There's so many different diets, right? So the main thing is, understanding your body and really incorporating the diet that works for you. That's really what. So I've invited a dietitian, and we're going to talk about mindful eating, like I said before. And you're welcome to ask questions. Hello there. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome, Darshini.
Thanks for having me here. How are you doing? How is the pandemic going on there?
Well, luckily, I think US is coming out of a pandemic, so we are all almost vaccinated. Our hearts go out to all the people in India. I know that you are joining us from India, so thank you so much. And
Yeah.
yeah, so let's talk about our topic. And dietitian Darshini is one of the leading dietitians in India, and we are talking about mindful eating as a topic today, right? Okay,
Is it
so
okay?
just
Is it
yeah,
audible?
yeah, yeah, it's fine. So just explain us exactly what exactly is mindful eating, because we are so confused, right? There are so many diets. I was talking about paleo diet, dash diet, South Beach diets, this diet, that diet. It's very confusing. So if you can tell us, yeah.
Yeah. So personally, I believe mindful eating is the way you connect with the food. So the body and the mind is getting connected. Okay. So it is more of to an individual based because as you told, there are so many diets. Every year I get almost 10 to 12 diets are getting popped up. And we keep that as a trendsetter. Just like clothes we wear, we
Yeah.
feel like, okay, that is on trend. Let me just try it. Okay, but we never understand the relationship with the food we share. So
Yeah.
we don't know when to stop eating. We don't know when to start eating the food. And during this pandemic and all of that, work from home started, and we have all become a gadget addicted, where you switch on the TV or have a gadget and just keep having. You don't even have a control. You don't know what you're eating. You don't know how much you're eating.
Yeah.
So mindful eating is more about accepting what your body needs and respecting that and giving that for your body. So when your mind and your soul, like your body, is connected, your
Mhm.
uh, physiological change, everything, and your full appetite and your metabolism starts getting better. Yeah.
So okay, so now in mindful eating, what you're saying is what from what I'm understanding, and people, I know a lot of people are joining and watching this. You're welcome to ask questions, diet related only, no other questions, please. So I just want to make sure, and this is an educational session, so this is not going to be a one-on-one consultation that we have dietitian Darshini talk to you about. So let me just understand. Mindful eating is exactly like, okay, let's say I eat when I'm hungry, not in between, right? That's what, is that what the criteria is of mindful eating? And then the next question is, what is that I should eat? Like, should I start, let's say if I start feel like eating chocolate chip cookie, which I know it's not good for me, but I have a beautiful connection with this food because I love it, right? Because I'm feeling down because of pandemic. How do we overcome all the stress and anxiety and not put it on the food and start eating some things that we're not supposed to do, right?
Yeah. So it is not like the first question as you asked, we are not supposed to have it in between, or how is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling hungry, yeah, go for it. But if you're just stuffing it just because your dietitian had planned and given a set of menu, yeah, you'll have to have it, it's a mid-meal. But what if you say, you've had a very heavy breakfast, for example, just out of the line, you would have had a heavy breakfast and you don't feel like having your mid-meal, it's okay, but your body will be able to adjust and accept that. Okay. And the next thing is, like, when you are craving for some, chocolate chip or something like that, what I tell my patients is, you have it, you don't have to make literally zero. So you know what is it, and these things are good and these are bad for your health. Only when you keep taking it in more of quantity, I think that becomes a bad food. There is actually no food called as a bad food. The
Yeah.
more overeating you're doing, it just becomes bad. And you'll just have to have it without guilt, because I see a lot of people uh, branding health oriented. May it can be a coconut, it can be a basic rice. A simple example would be rice. We have a fear for rice, like, oh no, let me not have rice, because I'd
Yes.
be I'd be able to gain my weight if I've lost it, by having this. So we are having the fear for food nowadays. So have it without guilt. So if you're having that chocolate chip cookies or whatever, smoothie or whatever, without guilt, I feel you will feel a lot of positiveness, and you don't
Yes.
feel like taking it more than once. So you just stop it. Okay, I'm done with it. So let me just be progressive the next day. So that is how you'll have to create a relationship with the food, and let's not keep it like, okay, I've had a cheat meal, so I've done with 50 extra calories. So really, I'm just gonna go to gym to burn that extra calories. Never do that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's just go through. There are a couple of questions coming up, and so someone is asking on intermittent fasting. There's a lot of research that's going on, right? And that's number one. And then someone's saying, what if you have cravings, right? The food cravings here. So these are two very deep topics, but on a higher level, if we can just address these two topics, well, these are the questions that have come up.
Yeah. So when it comes to intermittent fasting, I know these days a lot of people have been doing that and been getting results. So everyone
Yes.
is like, okay, let me also just try it and give it a try. And if it works, like, yeah. But I would say to keep it very basic, because intermittent fasting, people are doing it for extreme windows where they just have one meal and the other meals are just they are starving. And they feel like, okay, in that one meal, they can have whatever they feel like. So it doesn't have to be healthy. It doesn't have to be a proper meal. So they can even have a bucket of bucket chicken or fried potatoes and so many. So you should have a proper guidance to to do any fasting. So fasting, you should know the purpose. So more than weight loss, I see the fasting gives you a more of discipline towards food. Okay, so intermittent fasting is always equal to weight loss for so many people. So I also give intermittent fasting to my clients and patients. I make them sure that I make them clear that this is not for weight loss. Okay, you might be able to see
Yes.
some weight loss differences, but the gut health is what, it is also a secret thing which goes inside, and you're following indirectly, you're just getting a food discipline. Okay, like from 9 to 7, after 7, like I'm not supposed to eat anything and have to go to bed. So let me just practice that. So I see more of the discipline which is coming with the fasting, and if your body allows you to do for a longer scale, definitely
Yes.
okay, but don't do it for namesake that okay, the neighbor person had got it by doing 16 is to 8 windows, so let me also fix to 16 is to 8. So what
Yes.
works according to your schedule? If you are on a night shift, okay, so you might not be able to do it in a normal day shift
Yes.
pattern.
Yes.
Okay, so what works according to your schedule, I think you will have to do it. And the second question is, I think, about craving for the whole
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that person might be doing that stress eating. Okay, so stress eating is something where you keep on binging some food without knowing the limitations, and it comes with a mindful practice. It might not be able to, we cannot control it over a day or two. It might take
Yes.
some time, but
Yeah.
it is more practice and accepting who you are and how your body functions. Maybe when you give a counseling and make a better understanding with the food, I feel that craving will also be reduced. And most of the cravings, I feel, is just because of nutrient deficiencies like magnesium, zinc, and all of that. When
I
you
see.
have less of that, you start craving a lot for the sweet or the salty chips and all of that. So once your magnesium deficiency, or say whatever nutrient deficiency is balanced with your food, I feel the cravings will also be balanced.
That's no, I think that's a good point. And then the thing is the craving also there should be substitutes, right? I mean, I can talk about myself. I used to get so much sugar craving, and then I tried and I substituted with dates as an example, right? So in the morning, I try to do some dates or something so that all day now the sugar kind of craving is at least gone down a bit.
Or,
Those kind
or
of things,
even
right?
fruits. even some simple, like, all the fruits are mostly, like, sugary, like mango, watermelon, banana, and we label them as bad foods. No, never eat them. You'll gain weight. Never do that. You'll put on, like, it's high in calories and all of that. So when you break the chain, I feel you'll have more options of, like, replacements for these things. Yeah.
Yes. And someone made a comment on Ramadan. It's a natural fasting, right? And natural fasting is part of all of our culture, especially in India, right?
Ekadasi,
Hinduism, it
yeah.
doesn't matter. Muslims, all the cultures have some kind of a fasting that's going on as part of that. And someone asked the question: if you lose weight during Ramadan as a part of fasting because you're doing it because of the religion, that's good. Is that good?
See, if it is mindful, like, I see a lot of Muslims, not to like be particular, but
Yeah.
I get like, Muslim patients and they tell us, like, I want to change. There are so many people nowadays, especially the younger generation, they
Yeah.
come to me saying that I want to start my diet during the fasting so that I make sure that I'm eating healthy snack. I don't want to be having some, like, fried chips and namkeen and all of that and stuffing over my body. So it is how you take it. So fasting is a good idea, like where you have a window, right?
Yeah.
So after that window, once you break the fast, what you're putting into your mouth matters a lot. So if you have, like, lost your weight in a healthier way by having a balanced thing, I feel that's a healthy weight loss. Otherwise, don't worry, you just gain it back whatever you've lost in some days, because it will be just the muscle weight which is been lost, right? So you just gain it back in some months or days. Yeah.
Sure. So what you're saying is that whatever you do, schedule, right? Your eating habits, schedule. I mean, that's the time part. That's number one. And number two is what you're putting inside your body. That also you have some kind of a discipline, right? To make sure that you're having this whole mindful eating habits that you're developing.
Yeah, sure, sure. Exactly. I agree with it because it goes hand in hand. It's not
Yeah.
something just like, only the discipline and the other thing is like, going down. It doesn't work out like that. It has to be in a balance. So I particularly make sure that whatever severe cases I get also, some people come for, like, diabetes or obesity and tell me, I just want, like, quick weight loss, quick results.
Yes.
I just tell them frankly that this is not a place where you get quick results, because we
Yes.
are in a world where we just get everything in just a tap. You order a food, you just get it in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, everything is just a tap away.
Yes.
But when it comes to health, you really have to make some time, put some efforts, make a balance and create it so that you're able to do it for a long term run. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. There's a question coming up. Someone is saying they're gaining weight and now they have PCOS and acne breakout. So that's probably happening. Not maybe something else is wrong. To your point, like what do you? Any comments on from a diet point of view?
Can you just repeat the question? I
So
think
the question,
Yamini, right?
I think the question is someone said that they're putting on, they have a lot of
Wait.
cravings, right? So because of the
Mm-hmm.
craving, they start eating quite a bit. And then once you eat, you put on weight. As a put on weight, you have PCOS, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, and then acne breakout. So maybe there's something serious or something deeper going on. It's not just only the diet, because PCOS and acne, is probably in relation to something imbalance in your body, right? I'm just asking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a hormonal imbalance thing. So it's not just the diet, it's your workout, your stress levels. So when
Yeah.
your cravings are high, obviously your stress might also be on a higher level. And how far you're working out and your other social lifestyle, how is it? So just work on all of these. It's not just the diet, because I see a lot of people who take only diet as the 90% thing or the 100%. They believe without workouts or without doing anything, just the diet can help them to bring back everything to normal. Or a set of people where they just hit the gym and they just be regular with the workout and like, they don't eat well, they don't sleep well, they don't hydrate themselves, but they still believe that, okay, I'm just hitting the gym, I'm working for 2 hours every day, I feel I'll be getting proper to that zone again. So it's
Yeah.
never that only workout and diet, it's beyond calories and beyond food is what I believe.
Sure, sure. And there are a lot of questions coming up. We can address general questions. We cannot address personal advice questions. If you need personal advice, reach out to us. We are bringing a lot of wellness programs, and we can bring programs that you want us to bring. So like, so that's what I want to tell people. But on a general level questions we can address. But so the general question someone said is which fasting is better, 5 to 2 or some of the other fasting? I mean, is there a particular type of fasting that is better in your opinion? Like there's so many, right? There's a 1 meal a day, there's a 16 to 8. I mean, there's like so many of them.
So as I already addressed about the fasting, it's
Yeah.
just like you'll have to decide on which works for you. It
Yes.
doesn't have a
Yes.
general idea, like it doesn't have a particular phase, like yeah, everyone have to follow 14 is to
Yes.
10. So if it is going well with your body and you're able to be sustainable with it, go ahead. And
Okay.
more than 14 hours window, I feel it's not sustainable for most of the people,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
are going out traveling and all of that. We need to break that fasting. So maybe for a month or 2 weeks we can do, but after that 16 is to 8 or beyond that is something which is not sustainable. So I would ask you to pick a window or a fasting, if you're very particular, which works for your timing schedule and which you'll be able to keep it for a longer term now. It's not just for a month or just your
Yeah.
in a nutrition plan and just do it for namesake.
Sure, sure. So someone is asking on a general guidelines to reduce weight.
Reduce weight. Okay. So weight loss is something like, individualistic. First thing I
Yes.
would ask them to be consistent. So consistency is the key, because we feel like, if I'm 85, we set a goal for ourselves. Okay, let me just aim for 10 kgs
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Until we reach that 10 kgs, they'll be like, very sincere, very dedicated and consistent. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, how you maintain is the big question mark.
Yes.
Okay, because you cannot being consistent, you just bounce back no matter whatever good diet you'd have followed and reduced and drop the 10 kgs down. But if you're not maintaining, you're just gonna come back to that 85 again. So weight loss depends on your consistency, and it's more of not just the calories. So I see a lot of apps coming out nowadays. Just install an app, you'll have to enter whatever you're putting onto
Yes.
your mouth,
Yes.
right? So it's just calories. Okay, you've taken 50 grams of calories, 50 grams of protein,
Mm-hmm.
this,
Yes.
everything it is able to give you. But what about nutrients, the other food, whether you liked it, whether it was forcefully given for just to meet your calorie requirement, you're just stuffing into your mouth, or the absorption, the combination, right?
Yeah.
Like how the vitamin C is better, it's a carrier for vitamin C and the
Yes.
iron absorption. Yeah,
Yes.
so the iron absorption works well if you have the carrier vitamin C. So what if you're just taking tons and tons of iron-rich food but not taking enough
Yes.
vitamin C? An app doesn't give you that, right? So
Yes.
I would ask you to have something with a good combination, and stop going over the internet. We
Yes.
just randomly type, okay, weight loss diet, PCOD diet,
Yes.
okay, and we see all this, when it comes to Indian based sausages, breads, all
Mm-hmm.
these things, but it's it's something fancy for us. We don't maybe it can be done for a day or two, but after that the peanut butter and the bread and all these stuffs, it's not practically possible. No mother would be able to make, okay, I'll be doing this white bread or brown bread concept and bring some sausages into my home. No mom is gonna allow you to do
Yes.
that, right? And you'll not be able to happily adjust with it. So it is something which sticks to your cultural background and your
Correct.
basics, where you're from. If you're a South Indian, stick to South Indian food. If you're North Indian, stick to North Indian food. And if you're from other country, whatever works for your cultural background and your traditional things, I would ask you to do that. So never switch from roti, roti to rice or rice to roti just because your dietitian, just to lose weight, basically, I
Yes.
would tell.
Well, thank you so much. I think we are over our time limit. We normally do these sessions for 15 minutes, but there were so many
Okay.
questions and so much
Question.
engagement. I didn't want to stop it. To all the viewers who are watching, if you have more questions, you can just put it, on the DM, and we will answer the questions. We're not
Yeah,
saying that we
sure.
won't answer them. And if you're looking for some programs, diet-related programs, we have them. So let us know what you're looking for, and we will bring it to you. Maybe in partnership with Dharshini, we'll bring the programs to you. That's not a problem. Tell us what you need from us. We are here every single day to help you, empower you, educate you, and also let us know how you're doing. With that, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Darshini,
Thank
for
you.
being with us.
It was a nice interaction. It
Yeah.
was like, I didn't know how the time flew only. So keep doing more sessions like this. I've been
Yes,
seeing your post and all of that. Keep bringing that because I think that people need a lot of awareness on this, and it's categorized now. There is no one doctor for all of this. So
yes,
even in a dietitian field, everyone is like specialized in one category. So I'd ask people to reach out to that particular expert if you want that particular type of result. If you're looking for something like hormonal imbalance, PCOS, weight loss, there are
correct.
so many set of experts who are doing it. I think you should reach out to them than Googling or searching yourself by internet.
Correct. And reach out to a trusted source. That's what would help you. And Darshini can come back again, and we can do a completely different topic. But we don't want to mix and match too many topics today. We wanted to
Exactly.
focus
Yeah.
on what we said we're going to talk about. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you,
Yeah.
Darshini, for being with
Okay.
us and praying for India. I know a lot of people that joined from India right now. So really, praying for India right now. Okay, so you need a suggestion a lot. Yes, send me put in the comments on our IGTV exactly the same thing. Whatever you need, we'll bring it to you. Okay. Thank you so much, Yamini,
Yes.
for giving your feedback. I see someone, Yamini, she's giving a lot of feedback. Thank you. All right, with that,
Okay.
have
Yeah.
everyone stay safe and stay indoors. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah. Okay then. Bye. Take care.